In dealing with debt, it's the ultimate battle of the plastics as we pit debit cards versus credit cards on our show today. In our corner, Matt Schultz, the Chief Credit Analyst at LendingTree. Hello to you, Matt.
Hi, Angie. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the advantages of using a credit card.
There are actually lots of advantages of using a credit card over a debit card. One of the big ones is obviously rewards, which draws so many people to sign up for these cards. But really the biggest one is about security. Because when it comes down to it, if a bad guy gets a hold of your debit card, they can take real money from a real account that you will really miss when it's gone. Chances are you'll get that money back in a day or two, but in the interim, if you have bills that come due, that can cause a real issue. That's not going to happen if a bad guy gets a hold of your credit card. They can put charges onto that card, but you won't be out any money, chances are. All you'll be out is a phone call to your credit card issuer, a little bit of time taken to describe what the problem is and to talk to the card issuer about it. So that's a big, big plus when it comes to using a credit card over a debit card for sure.
What are the benefits of using a debit card?
There are times when it's good to use a debit card, and really the best time of all is if there is going to be an extra charge for using a credit card. And that happens more often now than people might realize. It used to be more common that these credit card surcharges weren't even allowed across the country, but that's not so much the case in a lot of places anymore. So if you run across a situation where it's going to cost you more, especially significantly more, to use your credit card to make a purchase than to use that debit card, it's absolutely worth thinking about making that purchase with a debit card instead of that credit card.
What about the problem of overspending with a credit card? Because in the end, high interest is costly. With the debit card, you only spend what you have in the bank.
Yeah, and the truth is that for all of the good things about credit cards in comparison to debit cards, there is some peril inherent with a credit card. If you are somebody who doesn't feel like you can manage a credit card well, don't get one. It's okay. If you're somebody who is afraid that you can't resist the lure of that available credit on that credit card, use a debit card instead. It's okay. Sure, you'll be missing out on rewards. Sure, there's a little bit of security issues with debit card, but not as many as we often think. And ultimately, that peace of mind, that safety, and that comfort that you have with using that debit card instead of that credit card is really, really valuable. So yes, absolutely, credit cards can be great things. And if you use them wisely, they can give you a lot of perks and make a lot of things in life easier. But also, if you do make a mistake with one, if you're not comfortable with one, then they can cause you some trouble as well. So know yourself, know what you're getting into, and make a smart decision.
Good advice. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Angie. Always good to talk with you.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.